Hi and welcome back, Cancer. We'll go straight into your reading for this week ahead, and we'll go to the bottom left side there. As we start off with, you can see your Magician. Now, magicians give you everything to play with. They can be bit tricksters, so you've got to watch that nobody's playing tricks on you as well. But I just feel that's the start. It's the number one, so we can say it's the start of your ideas. So there's new ideas coming in here. So you've got everything to play with there. So there's that kind of a magical feel about this. Something we're getting excited about. So putting them ideas and them things, and also helping other people, also placing ideas to other people's minds. You do have the Emperor, which I can see at times you Cancers, you can be very stubborn. Now, although you're sticking to what you know best, and you can do that, sometimes we just need that little advice ourselves. And because we kind of call this the father figure of cards. It relates to the being able to discuss things and get advice. So something you may need to discuss with someone else and get some advice, somebody with a little bit more knowledge, situations that's around, because you can see that card showing you at this moment in time. You've got a lot of anxiety around here. You've got a lot of feelings that something's keeping you awake at night, so you're not sleeping really good, and your mind can play a lot of tricks on you when you get into that situation. So we've got to get the rest, or else we don't see things as they appear. We can blow things out of proportion. So anxiety, stress, and all the things that can relate to sleepless nights. So try to get some rest, put your mind peaceful, and don't blow things out of proportion. The Page of Pentacles is there to say that the news of money will come forward. So money will be placed into your hands, but you're down to earth where Pentacles rolls down to earth where money's concerned. But listen for news about money and placing no money into your hands. All right, we may have to work for this, but I can see as it's coming in there's going to be a very quick and swift move coming, a very fast move. You're also going to be making journeys, once over the waters, we can see there, but to waters as well. So it's fast and quick moves. I feel that there won't be things that's organised long, far and ahead of the self. I just think they're very quick and fast moves. The Empress, she brings ideas to birth. So all the Magicians is setting the seeds there. And the Empress, she nurtures them and she grows. So this is a kind of the time for you to grow. And also listen for pregnancies, because she's a fertility card. So there could be news of births around you. But let's give it the birth of your ideas here, the worries that you've been having, the sleepless nights. Let's see where this Empress takes you now, because as she's great. She brings all her ideas and she gives birth to them. It's about you now looking what you want to do, that your new ideas you can bring forward into this world. I see that you've got the two there, which is, again, it relates to the inner and the outer world. Reflection on that. So again, you're struggling with inner and outer, and also struggling with certain people around you that's within your life right now. Cancers, I feel that you know where you want to go. You can see the head that you really want to go, but you're torn inside and with what's reflecting on the outside. So you're dealing with a few issues there. The King of Cups is showing you very, very testing times around, but also you protect even though you might look around and think of what you've worked for, what you've got, you might think, well, I could have done a lot more, but you'll always protect that what is yours. Your kingdom is yours. And although it's kind of not expecting a right what, you've worked and you don't expect anything to be given to you, Cancers. You do have to be tested from time to time. Remember this. And by doing that, you've got quite a bit of emotion around there, because he's a king that holds the cup. Your Chariot will give you journeys, again, very swift and very fast, but also it needs you to be in charge of the road ahead of you. Now, the Chariot will pull you in two directions, and it will tear you in one and then the other. So again, the pathway leads you, but it's got to be led by you. You've not got to be drawn down a path you're not happy with. Just be in control of the journey ahead of you. But I do want to draw you to your major card at the back now, which is the Judgment card. Now, that is renewal and awakening. So you're going to have new ideas that will awaken to you, and you will rise up above the others, and you will see things a little different to other people, because you're rising above situations. So leaving the past behind rising to the new. And I just feel that's why you've got your lion's courage and strength there, which you need to go on. But you've got maturity within this lion. To me, you can bet people they'll fall at your feet if you want them to. You can tame anything. But remember that although you're good and you can see that outside because you reflect that outside of you, just be aware of the burdens you're carrying inside, because that card is reflecting of a lot of burdens in the middle card of the middle row. That is where we are now, where you're carrying a few burdens around with you, quite a few with the look of that 10 rods you've got in your hand. So situations you need to sort out there could reflect whether the road ahead of you, right, whether it's worth you walking down, your family around you, and also with colleagues. So you're working kind of through a lot of things there, but you know it's a heavy load if you keep on carrying it. Be prepared to put it down, because if you keep this in your head buried, then you are not facing things. We've got the strength there to help you and the courage to do so with the lion. You've got to be prepared there, as you see that you've got the dishonest card in the here and now. So your protection of what's rightly yours, your swords are down, to two at the back, protect what's yours. So know that protection is coming in there for you, but also you've got to remember that, excuse me, that we're going through this period of, you know, being honest with ourselves, but knowing that we want others to be honest, because you, Cancers, you don't do dishonesty. So again, protection is there around, and not trusting people to run off with things that's ours. So whether it's your ideas that have come through, like the magician's showing you, your nurturing mother figure there as they're bringing the ideas to birth, just be protection of them as well. Protect rightly what you're working for, because there's someone from your past going to be showing up there. And they're coming through with memories and things to share. It's a bit of a nice little card there we've got. But where these are, sometimes you will find that people that come from your past are only there for a very short time. So just a little bit of reflection on past, where you can have a little bit of upliftment, a little bit of laugh. But again, it's only short-lived. The Wheel of Fortune comes around for you. Now, that is starting to get you moving, because although we know where the wheel is, it can be karma card we have to work off, but it's also balancing and going round. So decide again the route of what you want to take from this wheel. And, you know, although sometimes you can feel on top of it, it does keep going round and it'll take you to the bottom eventually. So keep knowing that it's a circle of life as well, where you can keep going round or you can learn from it. But remember, working things off and not carrying them around and reflecting too deeply on them. The Page of Swords is there. Now, the Page of Swords is holding your head up high, and you know it's communication is the Page of Swords. So expect some news again coming in. So if you have took advice from the Emperor, somebody will get back with you and some solutions there. But again, holding your head up high, they're in the clouds there, and you've got a lot of ideas that you want to bear there, but you do like to be in control of your ideas, your choices and your decisions. But it's a great card to have as a Page of Swords, because it's always, again, good news. Even though I see the world goes up and down a little bit under your feet, it's bringing you some good communication coming forward there. So a lot of things you'll be discussing. The Ace of Cups is there again to bring in new people around, new relationships, new starts, new people. So it's all the beginning of new there. Again, communication, people in touch, all getting back. All new coming in for you there. Now also you chose there the Page of Cups. Again, you've had a lot of life lessons, but you've learned a lot from them. And sometimes you can feel a little bit like you need new things. You need to bear new things, just like the Empress has brought you. But you also have to use your imagination also for these ideas to flourish. You'll give anything you have to others. You know, you can sympathise with others. You can get emotionally involved with other things. But again, you've got to make your own sacrifices and turn yourself around, because that's why the Page is there, because you've got a lot of newness coming in, a lot of like I always think is a is not learning, is about new ideas, is the Page of Cups, is about what you can put out there. So watch the Hangman, you've got to make sacrifices sometimes in order to go to these new ideas, new things, this renewal. So new people, renewal, educational wise, and the Hangman sacrificing you there. So your reflection is the Hangman. And just remember also is that when you do go upside down, and you will from time to time, that the Hangman is there to let you look at things from a different angle. Although sometimes you will feel like you have gone upside down, that's the time to reflect and the time to think, well, what you need and what you don't need and what sacrifices you can actually make, because the card then is putting all the arrows around you at the bottom, as you can see your swords there, your blinkers on. There is a new pathway, and that's why the Page of Cups there is for renewal. But it's a pathway that can be very scary if we don't look to it and we can keep the blinkers on and not prepared to put our foot down on this. So you've got to end things like the Death card's brought there for you to be able to put your feet on the new path. But as I said, it's about looking up and facing things. So things are coming to an end. The Death card is there, so it's end and rebirth. So this is what we see within the learning, that the sacrifices, turning you upside down a little bit. The passings of well can turn you upside down a little bit, dealing with people that you've lost around you. But also we can see that the card there reflects your balance at the very end there. You can see that the Six of Pentacles, it's about receiving and giving. And you sometimes, you Cancers, there's an helping hand, but you feel so tough sometimes that you've got to do things the way that you want to do them. So you deal with the things in your way. So you'll put things to bed in the end the way that you want to do that. But also suffering a passing or a loss, you've got to balance things up around this as well. So you've got a bit of a give and take there to know that people are there to support, and help. And so try to balance things out. Don't be too much in this card of trapped in this situation that you're not frightened, that you're frightened to put your foot down. So balancing the scales and looking at things and give and take and dividing and sharing and weighing things up. So your card at the back is showing you that you will triumph, you will rise up, you will come up trumps, and that the past has been difficult, but note that you head, once we've laid things to rest, will start to give you new challenges and support you with them scales. So Cancers, I will leave you with that. I do hope you've enjoyed that read. If you have, please place a comment, like and subscribe, and I will be back with you in the next week. Thank you for listening.